What if you can take all your money blocks, all your abundance blocks, all your wealth blocks, and build your castle, your queendom, and build abundance, wealth, success with them? The reason why we believe that we are blocked, it is because we believe in the law of attraction, which works, by the way, that tell us we are the one creating our reality. We are the one speaking things into existence, and we are the one doing things all on our own. And we forget one thing, the big things we forget, the absolute we forget, is God. So in this video today, I am going to show you step by step how to take your blocks and turn them into abundance. Now, if you're new to me, so you don't know the reality of the fact that I spent 7 years in deep poverty, and I'm going to take you step by step, exactly using the wealth codes of creation, taking myself out of poverty, manifesting apartment, manifesting money, businesses, success in my life. No, I'm not, I don't consider myself uber successful, and I'm getting there. And most of it is because, yeah, I can sometimes be lazy. Full disclaimer. If we do not get what we want, if we're not where we want to be, we have to admit to our own laziness. So, what are actually blocks? Your blocks, what people think is stopping them, first and foremost, is your mindset. Yes, your mindset can block you. Give me 1 second, let me put my phone on silence. Yes, your mindset can block you. And it's not just every mindset problem you have is blocking you. It's actually the mindset you have. Here we're talking about abundance, wealth, and success. So it is the mindset that you have around abundance, wealth, and success that probably is stalling you from creating abundance, but not blocking you from creating abundance. And again, let me repeat that. It's stalling you, but it's not blocking you. The next thing that people talk about, well, most likely, well, you have subconscious block. Are they real? Yeah. Can they stop you? No. So again, I want you to understand here simply, the only thing that is stopping you is the fact that you are doing everything you can to remove those blocks. Those are not blocks. What we call as blocks are soul contract. When, let's say, you and God decided, you were a spirit and you were with God and you decided, okay, I want to have the earthly experience. I'm going to come here. I'm going to be a human. And God said, okay, well, those are your tasks. Okay. And once you accomplish those tasks, you will find purpose. Your life will be better. And in that blend that we're living into the earth, you will find fulfillment. But what do you do exactly when you come here? What you do is you feel like, hi, Yuri, please go back. Mommy, can I Did you? No, I'm recording. It doesn't matter. Okay. So what happened when we come here? All the contracts that God have given to us, so we can find fulfillment, so we can understand life better, so we can understand the 3D. We said this is just too much. And when we say those are just too much, we lose sight of what they're supposed to do in our life. So what we do is we turn to the law of attraction, which works. We turn to spell work, which work. We turn to everything else, and we forget in the equation at the beginning there was just God and you. That thing was contract, and God have given you dominion over everything. You're stronger than the universe. The universe cannot possibly help you get anything because you have dominion over the universe. You can go tell the universe what to do. The universe should go do it, but not waiting on the universe for universe to do for you. Please go put your vitamins away. One, two. Go put it away and eat no more vitamins. Thank you. So now, when we decided that we're going to forget that those contracts were between two people and they must be fulfilled. What we do is we say, well, I'm going to stand on my own power. I'm going to void this contract. And I used to help people void their contract. I stopped doing that when I realized, like, holy crap, like, this is not the way, because we think this contract is supposed to fulfill them. And they are the thing that's supposed to bring us to where we need to go, to our destination of abundance, success, prosperity, and live the life that we desire. So when we start getting into, I'm going to quantum leap, what you're doing is you're skipping timeline, and the fulfillment of those things never happen, because most people that are teaching quantum leaping don't know how to bond everything together and actually have those timeline happen, so you don't skip steps. The main problem is we are skipping steps. So when we stop skipping steps, what do we do? Again, this is getting very technical, and I'm going to make it very easy for you. Just give me one moment. So you have to know the technicality of it before you can understand how easy it is to just use your blocks to create everything that you want. And there's a good news for you today, because your obstacles are being lifted by Archangel Michael. So now, when you do that, you say, okay, I'm going to collapse timeline. When you collapsing timeline, is that this is the law of cause and effect. And then you pulling everything together. Every contract, everything that is in your way, you pulling them, and then you sitting them into that rubber band. Okay. And when they're in that rubber band, and then it's stretching, eventually, what's going to happen? It's gonna get weak. Again, that's life. What's gonna make it weak? Your touch, your emotion, and then it's going to just splash back in your face, and your world come crashing down. The tower has fallen down. So that's when you do the whole, I'm gonna collapse the timeline and everything's gonna be okay. And at the moment you have it, which is why you have highs and lows in your income, like it works today and then tomorrow it doesn't work. All of those things are happening around your life, and you asking yourself, well, I'm doing all the things, I'm doing all the work. Why isn't the work working? Well, the work can't work because you're skipping steps. Okay. Your blocks, to use your blocks, all the things that you are running away from, I urge you to take a deep breath right now. Let's do that. Husa. The only reason all of them are there is because you're not asking the question. The question, see, I'm not saying the, I'm saying the. The question is simply, when things are happening, you have to be aware of your emotions so you can ask the question. What are you here for right now? Every contract that you have with God have layers. They're not one dimensional. They're not three dimensional. They can be nine dimensional, if that is a word. So when things are happening right now, which is why you have cycles, okay? When things are happening right now, you want to decide about your emotion, because your emotion is driving everything that is happening. You have to be aware enough to say, what is this about? Most people will tell you, well, go rage, go do whatever. Those things, those releasing is not going to do anything for you. It's going to come back in the next 48 hours and stronger. Or it's going to come back next year and ravage everything in your life. Which would you rather? Rationally ask, what is this about right now? What is the lesson? What I'm supposed to know right now? Don't even ask for the lesson. What is it I'm supposed to know right now? Then when you know what you're supposed to know, and then you're going to ask, how do I go about this right now? The big mistake that we make in dividing ourselves with God is the fact that we think we are in control. You're not in control of your contract. God is in control of your contract. And every time things get very prominent in your life and it's like, okay, chaos is happening, it's God reminding you that you're stepping out of your contract. Okay, just like in this 3D realm, if you break a contract, you pay a fee. The same thing is happening. So using your soul contract, your blog to create what you want is about asking the question. When you ask the questions, okay, What is it about right now? What am I supposed to know right now? How do I use this in my life right now? Okay. How can this be an advantage right now? Nothing is a disadvantage. Everything's an advantage right now. Then, yes, then what's going to happen? You're going to find clarity of the mind, clarity of the heart, clarity in your body, and your body is going to stop becoming a storage for flight or fight. Your body going to become a storage for bliss. Okay, so your body, which are people, oh well, you have nervous system problem, this is why like you can't hold money. None of this is true. Okay, again, I'm not in the business of drowning the healing community, but you need to understand what's true. Your body is a storage system. Okay. Can things in your body stop you? Yes. Do some people need it because they're so afraid of everything? Yes. What are you afraid of? Your soul contract. Okay. But here's the thing, none of them can stop you. They all are there to move you forward. When you start asking deep questions, then what happened? Your life opens up. You're no longer going about it, I'm creating my reality, because you can't create your reality. Your soul contract given to you by God are creating those reality. Then now you can create your experience from the reality God has set up for you. So the first thing I have done, so I have done four things that literally bring me into abundance. First and foremost, I understood my wealth codes. Okay. The four original wealth codes. We all have those wealth codes. Okay. They implanted in us. And if you read Genesis 1, they are there. I don't make those things up. They've been there. I've been using them ever since I was 7 years old. So the very first thing God said to you is, in the beginning, there was the Word. And the Word is actually the third wealth code. Okay. Foundational wealth code. That's what you have to build on. Then the second is, well, the first is said, be fruitful, okay, and multiply. So fruitfulness, multiplying. So that gives you two, three. The last code is imagination. When it says that, I create, I command everything to come in. And then it said, I create men in my likeness. Okay. So how did God create everything? He created everything with the word that come out of his mouth, with his imagination. He command things to come, which is exactly what it says, following up in his imagination. It said you have dominion and you can subdue. Okay. So in the four wealth code, okay, number one, you have to be fruitful. That means you're going to have to plant, okay, reaping what you are sowing. You're going to have to plant. So that's mean implementation. If you want something, you're going to receive an idea in your mind and you're going to be able to use that idea to bring it to fruition. So, and I go deeper in that inside my book that will be soon come out. The second, okay, it is all about multiplying. When you multiply, you understand that if I plant one, I get maybe one out. And if I plant two, three, four, five, then I got more. In term of wealth, it's called managing, being literate about the things that you learned. Okay, when you become literate about implementing, that's mean you can make it go faster by multiplying. So instead of me doing all the work, I can outsource, I can bring more people in, I can train people to do the things that I need and pay those people from what I'm making. Okay, now third, the word. Okay, the word, the word that come out of your mouth, that's about selling. Okay, so That once you understand communication, your voice, your throat chakra, this is what's going to have people attracted to you, and you creating a tribe, people following you, people understand you, people buying from you. And then your imagination, which is the highest wealth code, for me that's number one, because now you go from, okay, planting it, okay, you plant it, you reaping it and multiplying it, you communicate it, and now what's left is the creation of ultimate wealth, having the ultimate kingdom in your hand. So what is the ultimate kingdom? Your mind, your perception. How are you perceiving things? And can you take your ideas, okay, going back to one, can you take the ideas and instead of implementing it one time, two time, and that idea can become infinite? So what does that look like? Let me give you an example. Okay. So when I started my business, I was a healer. I'm still a healer, but I was doing things session by session. Then I learned to do groups. Okay. My groups becomes group program, so I'm multiplying my money. Instead of working one to one, I work in groups, so I'm multiplying my money. I become a better manager in my field. Okay. Then I learned to communicate when I learned to sell, and I stopped telling people, oh, you need to heal. And I tell them more than healing, I can transform them. Then that's when, okay, I start making more money. So I go from making four figures to five figures, then working my way to six figures, and then continue up, growing up. Okay. Now, here comes imagination. How do we use imagination to create infinite wealth? Well, that is simple. You stop using money as a mean of paying for stuff. You start using your imagination. So everything become the same thing. So when people say, well, I don't have money. Well, yeah, you don't have money because you don't have an offer. Well, you don't have money because you're not solving somebody's problem. And when I said that, people become bright eyes because, oh, well, I need to work more hours. No, you don't need to work more hours. You need to take everything that is given to you, all the downloads that is being given to you, you package it. Just like I have that new book coming out. I wrote a book and I pull it back in because it needed more work. And now I'm writing a second book. So why do you think that book probably, not probably, will make me money the rest of my life? Right? So that's what we call working with an idea. So whatever I need is not like, well, do I have money? Do I need money? Well, I need money. I can simply sit and ask God to lead me, and I can be honest with God and say, this is what I desire right now. This is what I need right now. Releasing all attachment to it. What do I need to do in this moment? What do I need to sell in this moment to bring me that money? So here's the thing. When you work, okay, you get paid the same amount. Maybe every year you get a raise, but it's going to be, again, it's set. When you're using your ideas, what become unlimited, I create it once, I sell it millions of times. So I write a book, I sell the book millions of times. I write an offer, I sell the offer over and over again. If I'm sick and tired of it, I can pull it in, and when I want it to be back out again, and I sell it again. So now you're not using money, you're using idea. So your idea become the wealth that keep regenerating and become infinite. So when we understand those things, all the things that we think block us actually going to be the things that bring us the most. How? Again, by asking the question. I feel like, again, I'm going to repeat that over and over again so you can get it. Every physical presence of mental presence of poverty in your life is warfare. What is creating that warfare is your division with God. And when you and God is divided, then you leave room for everything else to get in. So there is that thing that keep coming into my timeline about spiritual leaders taking vow of poverty. What do they? Yes. How do they do that? They serving too many gods. So there is only Well, it's up to you to pick which side you want to be in. It's not up to me to tell you where to be. Um, it's not up to me to tell you where to be. It's up to you to choose the path that you want to take. But in that path, you have to understand this simple thing. Okay, this simple thing in that path, when you choose the kingdom of the world, society, government, you are limited to what it is they tell you to do. When you use the kingdom of God, you choose freedom, abundance, prosperity, success. And when you lean on God, nothing can go wrong in your world, because everything that what you think is going wrong is actually shaping you to come to ultimate success, wealth, abundance, and prosperity. So there is no block. Your block is the fact that you want to remove what God has put in your way to elevate you. Okay, so let's talk about what the angels have done. Again, that's the second time I'm recording this today, because for some reason it's not downloading. I had no reason why that it wouldn't, but we're going to start with the promise of God. The promise of God is, okay, give thanks to the Lord, for his good, his love endures forever. I'm so thankful that we are friends. So the code from God is gratitude, thankfulness. And all that means for you, if you stay in gratitude, you can multiply everything that you have. And when I'm talking about gratitude here, I'm not talking about listing 10 things that you're grateful for every day. I'm really talking about start seeing what God have put in front of you and be grateful for the lesson. And I'm going to give you an example. You want to come with me? Okay. So one of the things, okay, I can tell you right now, and that comes to me last night. I used to be so angry because I never planned to be, don't touch that. I'm reading that. Okay. I used to be so angry that I have to be a stay-at-home mom. I had no plan. Okay. I had no plan. When I was pregnant with my 7-year-old, I was on bed rest and I started my insurance business, and I feel like I'm gonna create your own channel. Okay. And I feel like that after, I gave birth, everything will fall back into place. I will, build my empire and everything will be great. But what happened is that couldn't. One day I pick up my son from a fancy daycare. Can you give one moment? Mhm. And that fancy daycare have my son smelling like weed, and I was pissed off. My son's diaper was soiled. Yes, I picked them up a little bit earlier than I usually do because my day ends early. And oh my God, it was disgusting. And I decided from that day forward that I was going to figure out how to work from home. And I figured it out. Okay. It takes me 2 years, but I figured it out. So last night I become extremely grateful that happened, because if that didn't happen, I wouldn't know my children. I wouldn't know them. I wouldn't know how funny they are, how difficult they are, how amazing they are. I wouldn't know their quirks. I wouldn't know. And I realized God blessed me in so many ways, because I like so many things in a certain way. Okay. So you have to start being grateful for the obstacle that you face and start seeing them as the worst thing that can happen to you. So after that, the next thing that comes in for you, it is declutter. And that's Archangel Joel coming in. And it's coming with your throat chakra in her hand as well. And she's telling you to declutter. Declutter your personality, declutter your voice, declutter your house. And I'm doing that today. Okay. I'm not preaching to the choir, I'm preaching to all of us. So once you declutter, what's going to happen, you going to your blocks, an obstacle. Archangel Michael going to step in and remove your block and obstacles for you. You're going to see that things going to start to happen swiftly and quickly. And why will that happen? Again, it's Archangel Michael coming in again. As you clear things out, you're going to receive unlimited ideas. Why would those things come to you? in many ways. It can be a video that you are watching. It can be your kids saying something. It can be your kids bothering you about something. Whatever it is, stay open, because the idea is going to come to you through songs and whatever it is. Whatever the outlet you focus on, that's going to happen for you. Why is God now granting you those wishes? Because this year is all about transforming your life. This year is all about moving from being stuck and stagnant to stepping into abundance. But for that to happen, you have to stop seeing your blocks as block and start seeing your blocks as moving pieces that's actually, when stick together, build you the foundation that you need to step on to create the life that you desire. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment. I will read every single one of them. If you need any help building up your confidence, clearing out, decluttering all the things that you feel that is a clutter. Most of them are not clutter. You just have to shift your perspective around them and your world will change forever. So again, comment, like, subscribe, share, and I will see you next week when we upload, well, we will see you next week when we upload another wealth code video. In the meantime, I have one more announcement for you. I did say when my calendar become open for wealth codes and step into your abundance challenge, that's going to open soon in February. As of for now, you can go into the description box and click into reprogram into wealth and start giving yourself the chance to start changing your perspective on wealth. Every single day you're going to receive wealth codes, and that's going to help you do the inner work that you desire to transform your poverty, your blockage into your stepping stone to create the wealth that you want. Bye. Bye.